want to do this, 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 and this, as well as this. Fall of Gibraltar to Germany. Wow, that is interesting. That is very interesting. And actually looks like Republic in Spain completely capitulated to France, and Germany took, you know, a little bit of a nice chunk. So how are things going? We're starting to gain this support for the communists, but we do have a lot of fascism support, etc. So it's going to take forever to gain it back. I'm actually not even sure if we're going to be able to switch, because we have got +10 from this, but we've also got nationalism here. So it's going to be pretty much annul each other out at some point. So we're going to have to hope for events. Can we actually, like, just cancel national foci? No, it doesn't seem like it. So eventually, if we do switch, then I'm guessing that all these are gonna get annulled or cancelled, and then we're gonna be able to make these. I don't know. Not sure how that works out. So we have managed to take Karachi, and we've managed to make the Japanese stop taking it every single damn time. We're just gonna try to get to the Indus, I believe this river is, and once we do get here, we're just gonna stop and regroup. 9 divisions. Wow. That is a lot of divisions. Looks like the UK still has some random troops out here, but they're gonna get encircled and wiped out by our brave men. They've taken Cairo somehow. Gonna retake that. We have a big push. Got Montgomery in charge, doesn't matter. We're gonna wait on that a little bit. So we've taken Cairo, that's awesome. Gonna let them rest a little bit. Looks like the British, Italian, Venezuelan, Yugoslavian coalition has some troops here in Dodecanese, but they don't have they actually do have a naval base. So I definitely need to bring up some divisions, and don't actually have any reserves though, so that's a bit of a problem. I suppose I can deploy this division, even though it's going to be green, which is not exactly the best thing, and redeploy them up here, just to avoid any surprises, because they do have a naval base, so they can make a push over there. which is not exactly what I would like to happen. Another research slot will help us greatly. Close air support effort. And this research slot will be used on signal companies. I mean, signal companies are very important for us, but field hospitals are more important because we're running on a manpower. Actually, in terms of industry, how are we faring? Yeah, we can actually research more industry, so that's going to be more important than companies, at least for now. We're going to try to make pushes all along here. Not really sure what all these troops are doing, but I'm going to cut them off. All these Norwegians. Wow, 8 divisions. Okay. Just gonna let them do that. Whatever. We're gonna start to run out of supplies fairly soon, I think. And here the Japanese just keep throwing themselves out of positions, but it's not really working out. Yep, they're going. Of course they are. So it's actually a bit of a comeback for Turkey, even though it's the Italians that are making this advance. Or at least it's very likely that it's the Italians. So I'm gonna take up some defensive positions. Hopefully they don't naval invade Izmir, while I keep coming in with my mountain troops from down here. It was the Venezuelans, actually. And they don't really have that many troops in that division, so we're gonna be able to easily defeat them. And of course, as you can see, they try to get into Izmir. As soon as I get out, there's one division that is already coming in through a ship. Because, you know, the AI just has that kind of radar sometimes. We need more steel. Definitely need more steel. Why are you attacking? I've never told you to attack here. That is so weird. Oh, okay. So they've left all this area open. That's fine. I can take care of that. Damn. They just keep bringing so many divisions over here. We cannot actually fight them. How are things going elsewhere? Looks like finally in Yemen we have defeated the British. I'm just gonna keep these divisions over here as garrisons. In Egypt, it's all a bit of a stalemate, which is good. And in Turkey, we can make our offensive against the Venezuelans. And hopefully throw them back into the sea, or rather into the islands, considering it's the Dodecanese. So good, we have managed to defeat these British divisions. We're gonna garrison this whole front, hopefully. We can actually attempt to encircle these 13 divisions, and if we do manage to do that, then yeah, that will be awesome. The Japanese do actually have armor, so we're gonna have to start researching anti-tank. And we do have managed to break through the secondary provinces, but it's gonna take a while until we are actually able to get in those areas because of, well, what are you doing? Well, I guess that works, depending on what they decide to do. Can you actually get there? Yeah, you can actually get there faster than my other divisions, which is really good. So a few of them have managed to escape. I don't want these guys getting here, so I'll just attack them until my other division can get in this province. Good. Improved computing machine is going to help as well. We're going to go for advanced computers. So we're going to wait until 1 hour, actually. We're going to do exploits. No! How the fuck did you manage to get in there in 1 hour? Wow, in 1 more hour my division here would have actually made it in. That is pretty pathetic. Okay, good. So we have boxed them in. We're actually going to get... we're going to make them not follow the AI orders, because we want to keep these guys here. Actually, they're going to try to get here to reach these lines, but we're not going to allow them. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, well that works. That really works. The more our enemies fight each other, the better. No, don't go there, please. Just ignore orders. Ignore orders. There we go. What? Yeah, no, that doesn't matter there. There's no units assigned. Yeah, they're pretty much out of supplies, so we're going to be able to easily at least keep them pinned, and then later on destroy them. That's 8 divisions that the Allies are not going to have. And of course the US just joined, which is not exactly good, because the US has a shitload of troops. Over here, these guys are pretty much sieged and surrounded, and I'm going to destroy them. It's good that Greece is not in any faction, because chances are if they were in a faction, then they would be fighting us. So it looks like the war in the east is turning towards the Germans, which is not exactly the best thing, considering the Germans are fighting me. I wonder if we will be able to... Well, they definitely won't be able to cross into our territory with the crossing penalty. We actually have air superiority over here, so that's good. Now, we're producing fighters. How many do we actually have? Like, none. Okay. So these divisions are about to get completely surrounded, and they're gonna be pretty much destroyed, which is awesome, because we need that. We can actually make another encirclement over here and get these two Norwegian guys. Okay, there's one Norwegian division and one British division. We're gonna be able to encircle that. And we have managed to destroy these guys up here, which is exactly what we wanted to happen. And these guys are, whoa, colors. Pretty colors. We're actually going to cancel this line of production, because we don't need more mountain divisions. Most of the fighting that we had to do in the mountains has already been done. And it does look like we will be able to defeat the Italians. So that's pretty good for us. Insufficient resources, more steel. We just need all the steel right now. When will be free to? Well, looks like 140 more days, and we're gonna have enough infantry equipment for our troops. That's pretty good. We're actually gonna have the ability to switch to weapons free soon. Hopefully, I can get some tech up to do that. And over here, it looks like the British are kind of running out of troops. And the Japanese are actually coming up with the Germans somehow from behind, like a rapist. We can actually encircle these 5 British divisions. Well, there's also one Norwegian one, but yeah, that doesn't count. Can encircle those guys. Japanese do have armor down here, but they're not really using it correctly. No, they have a bit too much here. Delhi is ours, which is good. We have more factories. Now we have 2 complete lines of infantry equipment. That's going to be good, but we also need more motorized as well. And we're going to need, eventually, tanks and fighters. close air support effort, rocket effort, all the good stuff. So how close is the British Raj to capitulating? Very close. Only a couple more victory points. Unfortunately, it's probably going to capitulate to Japan, which is not exactly what I would like to happen. Once we're done up here, we will be much better able to deal with all the Japanese stuff down here. The Japanese do have a lot of things down there. Things that I don't like. We're actually gaining a lot of manpower just because we're taking over Indian states, and Indian states have a huge amount of manpower in them. So even if we are technically occupying them, it's essentially giving us really good gains. These guys are out of supplies and they're gonna die soon, which is pretty awesome. We like the British dead. And, ooh, the Japanese armor is starting to make an appearance. We cannot actually pierce it, so we're gonna need to research anti-tank as well, which is not exactly the best thing. And there's also Nazis down here, which is, ooh, headache. We definitely need to get this mess sorted out as quickly as possible. Otherwise, there will be a lot of holes in our lines that we don't want. Once you're done, you're going to come down here. The British Raj has capitulated, and it's given the territory to Japan, which is not exactly what I wanted to happen. These Japanese just don't give up in trying to do this stuff. And now that the front is really weird for Japan, they're actually gonna strategically deploy a whole bunch of things in really stupid places. So that's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be able to exploit the AI's failures and easily be able to destroy them. Thank God for the AI. Yeah, just sending a whole trillion divisions down in the mountains where they can be easily cut off from our better equipped troops. Just AI things. We're gonna let them do this stuff. Actually in danger of encircling us, which is not that great. But we've got Delhi over here, so even if they cut us off from here, we still have Delhi, which has a bunch of factories, so we're gonna get supplies coming in through there. Modifying the government. Political advisor. I could do an armaments organizer or a Prince of Terror. A Prince of Terror would actually be good. Less partisan effect will be useful now that we do have partisans against us. We're actually gonna put priorities on repairing things before anything else. That's no worry for me. So they've encircled us over here, but it's really no problem. The Japanese do have a huge amount of divisions, but we're gonna have to deal with it. It's no problem. How are things going in the east? Not that great. Soviet Union and his allies being pushed back by a little bit. We do have low supply where? Up here, looks like. Well, we're just gonna have to push through there to get rid of that. Japanese, unfortunately, do have some pretty decent division designs, it seems. Unfortunately, there is a river crossing, which is not exactly what I would like to see. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is so not good. This one division is going to cause us so many problems. We're actually going to retreat across the river over here. This situation is not ideal for us. Definitely not ideal. Japanese are also low on supplies though, at least. Oh no. Oh no. is exactly what I didn't want to happen, and it's happened. So we're gonna have to try to do something about it. It is very annoying, very, very annoying. Problem is that the Japanese just have way more divisions than we do. So they can just outflank us at will, pretty much. But at least we have the city over here, so we're going to be able to supply ourselves even if they do cut us off. Which they might actually manage to do, because they have so many troops out here. And this is a big problem. This is a very big problem. We just lack troops. That's pretty much our main problem. Okay, so we finally got a new division, which is excellent. Because any division right now is very, very welcome. I'm gonna send it up north. We need to make some kind of assault to relieve this division. Can't afford to lose it. Aluminum and rubber. Ooh. Oh no. It looked like for 1 second there was no one there. Man, how can we not break these two divisions? That is such a big problem. This war is a big, big problem. We need to be able to break this, take out this division, shorten our front line a little bit, and just, yeah, hope for the best, basically. Up here, they'll definitely manage to cut us off, and that is not good, not at all good. And we cannot seem to break through in this province. which is the only pretty much province we need to break through in this entire area, but they're also pushing through here into Afghanistan. That is just a big old disaster. And this division cannot hold out for much further because it's still out of supplies, and still there's nothing we can do to stop the enemy. Yeah, no, they're gonna die. Well, rip. We couldn't afford to lose that division, but we've lost it. We'll just move back across the river. Nuclear effort. We're gonna go Saddam mode on Japan. We definitely need this division to actually break now. We need to connect these territories to Delhi, because there's Japanese divisions coming in, and once they take this, all this area is going to be out of supplies. Which is terrible. We need these guys to break as quickly as possible. And now you're out of supplies. Actually, no, you're not, somehow. We can actually kind of cut off a couple of Japanese divisions, which is hilarious. Go for more engineers, and then I'm gonna go and edit my cavalry to have military police. I'm gonna train a couple of police divisions. They're gonna be fairly important, so I'm actually gonna give them priority. Come on. They've managed to bring up another division. That is so annoying. How are you guys out of supplies? And you're the ones with the city. That is really strange, to say the least. I do believe we can actually create a faction with Tibet. Which is kind of hilarious, actually. We're not going to do that just yet. I'm still kind of holding my breath on the whole Comintern deal. Good. Now, get your ass here. Good. Good, good, good. And these guys, unfortunately, keep getting reinforced, which is not at all what I would like to see. And this division is out of supplies. And this area is also going to run out of supplies soon enough because they took Kabul while I wasn't looking. Oh god. I'm going to have to bring over my garrisons, which is not a good idea. Let me just tell you straight up that that is a terrible idea. But I have to do it. So I believe this is a pretty good time to end the episode. I want to thank you all guys for watching. I hope you will continue to enjoy my Iraq playthrough. I will get back to it fairly soon, and I'll see you soon.